In like that moment, when when they were going in, and then I know, and then she just turned around to him
and did that total like crazy,
totally just said. Welcome to Threefold Talk, everybody. Your weekly dose of IEL stabbiness.
So many stabbies today.
So many stabbies. If you're new, because there's been a lot of new people join the channel recently. If you're new here, folks, this is a weekly live stream. But myself, one of my awesome co-hosts, is currently here. This is Amis. Melindhra is on her way, and Roof Mistress Leigh-A is currently doing some roof mistressing. Like she's got to sort out the hole and stuff. So, there's the four of us here every Thursday night. We get together at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we talk Wheel of Time all from the IEL point of view. Even though I am the token Wetlander, which my name does not show, it normally shows. I will change that. Amis, while I was warming up, do you know what I realized?
What's that?
Something occurred to me. I was thinking about how we should tell everybody that for the first time in the Wheel of Time just world, we will actually not be moving our show for the season, and we will actually be doing like a reaction show every Thursday night. I was thinking about how we should announce that, and do you know what I realized when doing that?
We did that already.
That's a week after next.
Yes, it is a week after next.
We're doing this show now. We have our show next week, which is just going to be pure hype and craziness and insanity. And then we will be doing shows about actual episodes.
I know.
2 weeks.
There she is. She just slid right in there.
Hi there.
Hi, Mel. I know. 2 weeks, you guys.
Insane.
2 weeks.
Yeah, Mel, can you believe that? Literally the week after next, we will be here at exactly this time talking about the first 3 episodes of Wheel of Time Season 3.
So crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, I was literally just in the car with Kid Rand, and he's like, wait, has Wheel of Time Season 3 already come out? And I was like, no, but on the 8th, we get to see the first episode, and then on the 13th, which is just like 2 days or 3 days after that, I was just like, oh, so soon. It's so soon.
So soon.
It's so soon, actually, and I don't want any more spoilers. I don't want any more like pictures. I don't want to see anything else. I'm just like, I want to just see the show. I want to see it in context, I don't want. I don't know.
I take some more IEL pictures. Thank you very much.
I mean, we'll always take more IEL.
We'll always take,
Okay.
some more Mel and some more Ruark pictures. I mean,
I guess promotional stills would still be completely fine and very acceptable. Obviously, the Mel on my phone is kind of, shat in the shadow of the Kara Karn, literally, I think. Or no. Is it his shadow? Somebody's shadow is on her. Might be Bear's shadow. Anyway, the Mel on my phone needs a better picture.
Yes, right. There we go. We need a better Mel phone photo. Folks, if you just heard Mel talking about watching it on the 8th and you're like, huh, what? Excuse me. There was a fan event last weekend in London where a bunch of folks got to basically go to an event with like loads of cast and crew and watch the first episode, and there was a Q&A afterwards with Rosamund Pike.
God, I forgot that even happened. I mean, I know it happened, but there's so much that has happened since then.
So much. Yeah. Rosamund Pike, Rafe Jokins, Marcus Ritter, and Madeline Madden, which was... No, Kira Coveney, sorry. which was so much fun. I don't know why I said Maddie, which was just a huge amount of fun. But there is a worldwide sort of digital screening of the first episode happening on March 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. here in the UK. You have to sign up. There's a link on the Prime pages. Hopefully someone can hunt that down and we'll pop a chat. If you haven't already done that, it's posted around a lot. If you want to go to your Prime account, it'll be there. If you look at Wheel of Time and go to the Season 3 drop-down menu, it will be just a playthrough. And then whatever else they're adding onto it.
If it's been sold out, like, I mean, I know it's not an in-person, but they probably have so many digital like reservations they can take. I'm just per like region because it's by your time zone, right?
I suppose it's the same principle as when they just play an episode. As many people who are watching it can watch it.
Yeah,
they haven't said anything about the limits. So, but yeah, that'll be it. It won't be something you can rewatch, rewind, fast forward. It'll literally, you got to be there when it drops and watch it and enjoy it, and then there'll be something afterwards. We believe.
I think that's just
might be the Q&A from the London screening.
I'm hoping so.
Okay, so do I understand correctly that like everybody who went to the London screening is not allowed to talk about the Q&A or anything? Was there some sort of like NDA?
Yeah. There wasn't an NDA, but it was just like, don't talk about it, please. Like, talk about being here, talk about your excitement, but don't spoil what's in the episode.
Okay.
So don't tell people what happens.
Nobody talked to, I mean, unless I was living under a rock, which is possible. It's been a week, but like, it didn't seem like anybody like live tweeted the Q&A or talked to anything. They didn't, right?
Yeah, no one. We weren't allowed to. Like, I think that the Q&A that Matt did after the screening is what's going to happen. I think they're just going to replay the episode and then the Q&A. I think that's what it's going to be. That's what my money's on. I don't know that. That's not an official thing. I don't. No one's.
That would be awesome. But that would be so good.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I love this in chat. Yeah, Kevin, I'm very impressed that everyone's kept so quiet.
It's true.
They just asked us not to talk about the episode, like the 11 minutes that the sneak peek. Yeah. But otherwise, they were like, just don't talk about it. Like, we weren't allowed to film anything inside, obviously. Some people took photos here and there, but again, they kind of like discourage the use of your phones in general. So there were security guards actually watching. Like, wow. I saw a few people like get their phone out and like, as people were coming down and stuff and like looked like they were filming something. Security guard comes over and be like, show me your phone. What have you done? Wow. And they had to like scroll through their gallery to be like, yeah, okay.
Hopefully they didn't have any, dick pics in there.
No one swipe too many.
Yeah, some loose spear pictures, shall we say? But yeah, it kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. here in the UK.
That's my new favorite euphemism, by the way.
That's when it starts. What, loose spear pictures?
Loose spears.
All right. Loose spear pictures next time.
Yeah.
That
Patrick,
wasn't an invitation, people. They don't want your loose spear.
Yeah, no, keep those to yourself. They did pick the right fandom for the honor system. That's very true.
It's true, Patrick.
So yeah, if you haven't signed up for that, sign up for that. Literally, I sent my co-worker to it. He doesn't want to watch the 11 minutes. Though now I think he can't because it's not on the Prime app and we've passed that 1 week.
It's not?
Yeah.
Wait, I know it was dropped off YouTube. I didn't know they took it off the Prime app.
YouTube, I don't know, actually. Someone go look. YouTube, it was only going to be up for 1 week and I'm pretty sure that's expired.
I know YouTube is gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking right now.
So I think it's a really great from the marketing perspective. I think it's a great choice to like seed the fandom with having seen episode 1 and then talk about episode 1 and get everybody they know excited about episode 1 so that when it drops, then
it's still there apparently.
They'll bring everybody back. Like they'll bring their friends with them or something. I don't know. I think it's a...
Oh, and apparently it's still on the New Zealand and Australia Prime YouTube channel. So...
Nice.
But yeah, so check the other countries, folks.
I love Prime Australia, New Zealand. They're the best.
They are the best.
I mean,
hilarious.
Into like Prime Germany that leaked that one time, but
Yes,
Australia, New Zealand, they're like real WOD fans, whoever they are.
It's amazing. I also realized, folks, that we're on the last day of the month, and I haven't given any memberships out this month. So there's 5 memberships just in chat. I'll throw out 5 more later.
Rick, Janie, Andrew, Planet Phil. Nice. Yay. Welcome to the membership.
Your guest gift is welcome.
So, yeah. Basically, today's it's like a preempt to our next week, which is just going to be a hype show and whatever else has happened in the next 7 days from today's show. But today is just a little bit more focused on like the posters and the press junkets that have all been released this week and things like that. And we're going to talk about how Amazon is copying my countdown idea with reasons to watch Wheel of Time. And I will talk about what I can from the London experience.
Yeah. Can we start with London? Like, what's your
tell us.
Tell us.
I know we're going to do like the whole show. It feels like a Daily Veil. Do you want a Daily Veil to kick us off?
I mean, the whole show is a Daily Veil.
The whole show's the Daily Veil. So just imagine the Daily Veil intro played, folks, and it's going to be the next sort of hour.
Why are we imagining it? We don't have to imagine it.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you wanted me to actually play it, and you were just like, maybe. We'll play it. Daily Veil.
Play it! Do it!
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
I'm not sure if I want to play the Daily Veil music the whole time.
No, that's fine. We should play some other music, though.
Or...
if we're not going to have music.
No, yeah. Or shall we have our regular show music the whole time?
Let's do show music.
Show music.
Look at us deciding on the fly, friends.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a chaos couple of weeks, folks. Do not worry about that. Apparently, more interviews just dropped. Rapunzel found more when she opened the YouTube app and found 3 brand new interviews. So there's a slew of interviews out there, people.
Can I say, everyone, that to prepare for tonight's show, I only watched like 20 interviews. I was like, I don't have the time to watch like 75 interviews.
There's so many.
My request, Foldies, is if we miss like a really key IEL moment in any of these videos, please put it in the chat or put it in our Discord or on BlueSky. Anyway, just tag us because, we were looking... When I watched, and I don't know about you guys, but when I watched, there was a lot of repeat answers, like tons of repeats. But then you'd find like some hidden gems in there. But
well,
so
like
if you
the
find
fan-worthy ones,
yeah, like Rocket Pocket. I hope we play that. But anyway, if you guys find
doesn't love a pocket rocket, hey? So
any IEL-based clips that you want to send our way,
yes,
please do.
Yeah, but Matthew,
that we don't show today.
138 4-minute
Oh,
chat.
138. I said 50. Well, jeez.
There's a lot going on. I don't know about anyone else. I like a 4-minute interview. Like I feel like I've not even got invested in the interview before the interview's like scrapped, and I'm just like,
really short.
It's like in and out, and it feels a little like anyway.
I mean,
you know what I prefer?
Like one useful question, right? Like one question where someone goes deep, or a bunch of questions where they don't. And I don't know. I mean, I think people took different. I did not watch 20. I think I watched 10, maybe on Monday. I'm sorry. That's what I had time for.
I watched Dragon Mount and the Talkies, and I watched nothing else. If I'm honest, I was just like,
did that? I did clip out that one clip. Did I? I tagged you guys.
Yeah, we got it.
That one gets got. Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry. But in the words of Joey Tribbiani, shall I talk about London, baby?
Yeah, baby.
we said that a few times to people. All right. So if you weren't aware, folks, there was a screening of episode 1 in London the weekend just gone. I was lucky enough to get a ticket to that. I ran down for the weekend, and it was an amazing weekend. I've got to be honest. People flew in from everywhere. We had people from like Poland, Vienna, Sweden, Germany, France, Ireland, America, Canada. We had people from everywhere. Like, it was ridiculous. People that I'd seen online and never met, people obviously I knew, people that had no idea why they were there because their friends had dragged them along, you know, all sorts of things on. It was...
Okay, those people should not have been there. Considering how few tickets there were.
I think that was like, you know, you work for Amazon, you need a +1 sort of situation. There were 2 rows of the cinema that, I don't know, like, I don't even know where to start, man. It was just great. So Friday night was just a lot of fun. Friday night we were hanging around. We had a lot of fun. We got to meet so many people that were flying in. But Saturday was when the premiere was. So I'll just talk about that. That was fun. So if you want to see me live from the queue, there is a live video on the YouTube channel. Apologies, I was using a setup I'd never done before, live streaming via the app on my phone that GoPro uses to connect to my YouTube account. And I watched it back a little bit just to see how sound was because I couldn't connect a mic to the GoPro. Like my current setup doesn't allow that. And I realized there's a slight lapse in the sound from the video, which has bugged the hell out of me.
Too bad.
No, it wasn't like bad, but I did notice it, and I was just like, I need to fix that. Anyway,
nah.
Apparently, Dusty cropped some of their interviews for spoilers. My God, terrible.
There were a lot of spoilers in the interviews that people either bleeped over.
People bleeped out.
Yeah. That's pretty common.
Did we already shout out Rapunzel?
We can always shout out Rapunzel.
Yeah, I'm always happy to shout out people.
For like being on it right from the get and making a playlist for everybody who didn't have time to go search on all the things.
Rapunzel is like a playlist queen. Like she's always got the best playlist. Yeah,
playlist queen.
I've just gotta say, I really appreciated it because I was just like, they started flying in on all the Discord, and I was just like, it's too much.
I know it's too much.
And then there was a playlist.
You know what I ended up doing? I just like once I watched one, there'd be a suggested one, and then I would just do that. Like if I really liked the interviewer, I would go to their page and like
it's our Discord server now, people. Thank you.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel is to YouTube playlists what series is to Wheel of Time news.
It's true.
You know?
True. That's very true.
Thank you, Rapunzel. But yeah, you can go and watch.
Let's get back to London. Sorry.
That's fine. You can go and watch the queue there. We did not see any stars as we were queuing. They did not arrive before us. They arrived after us. Because obviously we were. The best bit about it was we were in like a bar across the street from the cinema, and we were like, we'll just wait till people start to queuing before we go over and queue. Like, because we assume there's going to be like a hardcore, like super ridiculous, got to get there at like 6 a.m. type, you know, people turning up. That was us.
That was you guys, yeah.
That was us. We took over. There's this like it's called All Bar One, like next to the cinema, but like there's a walkway between it. And we just took over that on the Saturday morning. That poor servers. There was like 3 people on full stop for the entire place.
Aww.
And we just we those chefs, man, they must have been overworked. But yeah, like Sarah popped in and stuff like that. It was great fun. But yeah, I went around the queue, had a great time. Didn't see any celebs. Although Sarah did stop by because she was with Matt. So when he came down with Terry, Sarah came with them as well. And he was talking to a couple people. So I chatted to Sarah for a hot second. And then Matt hopped on for like 30 seconds. Still wouldn't tell me who his special guests or, the special guests were going to be. And then they went in. And then like 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, they let us in. And we go downstairs. And I actually have a funny story to tell that connects to, and I told this to Sarah, actually. Sarah died. She's like, I can't believe you did this, Rob. So it connects to when I went to Prague for the season 2 fan event. Now, I've got a picture somewhere. I forgot to dig it out. I will dig it out and post it somewhere, folks. At the end of the studio door in Prague, there was this big wooden door. I just seen it from some of the photos from the set, like of the Wheel of Time logo. It was like a big giant board, huge Wheel of Time logo.
I think your mic is cutting out. Is it just me?
Yeah, Rob, you're getting muffled a little bit.
I'm getting
Something weird
muffled
is
a little bit.
There we go.
Was that better?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
It was when you were doing your calisthenics. It was
Maybe. I was moving shit around. Okay, I'll stop moving my hands. Kevin, shush you. Just don't bury the lead. Yeah, Kevin. Anyways, we were posing in front of this big board with the signs. Sarah was taking photos. Someone else was going to take photos. I brought like a big camera that I borrowed off a friend. Someone was taking photos on that. And I don't know. I just think Amazon's trying to shut me up. I touched the wheel, the sign, and it broke. And there's a photo of me going, with like I think Lauren's trying to grab the sign or pick it up or something.
Oh my god!
The sign's like half on the floor. It was fucking brilliant. Anyway, the cinema is like down underground. They've built it downstairs, so you got to go down like 2 flights of escalators to go down to the cinema screen.
Wait, are we talking Prague or are we talking London now?
Back to London. So
thank you.
We go in. They scan our tickets, blah, blah, blah. There's like a big board section with all the artwork you can take pictures in front of. But obviously we were starting to back up a little bit. Everyone's trying to take photos. They were like, there's another one downstairs, and there was actually multiple. But there was one like halfway, like his one set of escalators down, and you go back on yourself, go down another level. There was like 9 big television screens making one giant poster. So the person I was with at that point, we were like, we'll take photos here. So I took her photos and then she took my photos. And she was like, yeah, just sort of kneel in front of it and, sort of stick your arms out and such. So I did. But obviously, as I was kneeling down, so the poster was still, visible. I don't have the greatest ankles these days, hence Guidal Cane. So I leant back a little bit against the TVs. And the bottom middle TV on its mechanism popped out. Mel's face is killing me.
Oh my god.
So I was just like, oh shit, I broke it. So I'm trying to like push it back in to make the mechanism click, and the TV won't stay in. I'm like, fuck, no, thank God there's no security guards watching me. And in the end, by pushing it slightly more on one side than the other, I get enough friction that it just sort of holds itself like maybe half an inch sticking out. And I'm like, quick, on the other escalator, let's go downstairs before anybody sees us or whatever, And I was like, why is it always me breaking the Amazon signs? I will post this photo to match. Anyway, I told Sarah.
Put you in a bubble.
I know, we did say that.
You have seen that movie, right? Boy in the Bubble. We'll throw you in one of those.
Yeah, but not for his safety, for everything else.
Everything else.
Oh man, I told Sarah at dinner that night. She actually joined us for dinner, and I was like, Sarah, I've got to tell you this story. And she's like, Rob, why do you break all the signs? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, look, long story short, I should be careful around signs, but also when I came back upstairs, it had not popped out further after the screening. It was still there, just that like half an inch sticking out, and I was like, I am just going to ignore that and just carry on upstairs. Anyway, so we go down.
Fast, everybody. He learns.
Yeah, I learned fast.
I can't wait for next time's premiere. Then we'll see what maybe your ass will like just bang into something.
No, they'll do a premiere next time. Maybe I'll get invited, and they'll be like, "But we'll put you at the opposite end to the walkway to the sign, so you don't like knock it over onto Rafe or something stupid like that." Anyway, we get downstairs. There's like a big camera set up, like people are being filmed, being interviewed out for some site or some magazine or something of that nature. That's eventually where all the cast start getting their picture taken and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of that kind of like tiny corner.
Yeah, it's like a tiny corner. And then it's just a generic bar area. There's one bit on the left that's sort of like roped off, and then you go down, you take a right, and you lead to the screen, and there's a tiny little bar as you first enter, a glass of bubbles or a beer or whatever you type thing, soft drink if you're not a drinker, and you go in. Very, very luxurious chairs. I probably should have loaded photos up so I can show you these photos.
No, I appreciate the verbal description. This is good. I've seen the pictures too.
Those chairs look nice.
That was super comfortable. Super comfortable.
Tables with like stuff on.
Do you know what I didn't bring upstairs? They're downstairs.
A popcorn container?
No, I did not bring the popcorn container. But I did get the poster. The Rosamund sign.
Go down and get it right meow.
I'll go get it in a second. Oh my God, Kevin. blue carpet event ends up falling through the screen, the IMAX theater when they're watching it all on. See, this is why they don't let me host like the Innkeeper, because I would just trip over a chair and fall onto, you know.
Could do truth, like
You'd
4D.
Kool-Aid Man
4D.
busted through the brick wall style.
Yeah, I'd trip and fall in someone's lap.
Hey,
Anyway,
whose lap specifically?
Yeah, whose lap?
I mean,
Whose lap, Rob?
barely any. Is there any no's in this conversation? When it comes to
No,
this?
I'm just curious
I
whose lap
you know,
would you fall into?
would I like to fall into? Knowing what I know now about who watches my stuff, I ain't answering that question because I have a funny story.
Oh no, you're not allowed to censor yourself now that you know people watch us.
I am allowed to censor myself. Yes.
Oh, so I guess I shouldn't have said dick pics earlier.
You're gonna
You're fine. You're totally fine.
now the show's gonna be Boldies. Rob's gonna be boring.
Wait. Okay. We need some poll options. I'm going to end this
Yeah,
poll.
we
Someone's
do.
doing enough press.
Yeah,
50,
poll
kind of
it.
50-50.
We need
Poll
some
it.
Blue
polls.
spears and polls.
Whose lap?
I like our poll results right now. Is Amazon doing enough
Doing
press?
enough
yet?
press yet?
It's
Yes
like
and
pretty
no.
much 50-50.
Yeah. Whose lap is Rob falling into? Give me options here, people.
Oh,
you have to.
No, the whole point was for you to have to say people's name.
Right, that was the whole point.
You're making us pick for
Okay,
you.
I would say
Taylor.
Min.
You-
Go Taylor.
Okay, wait. So Min.
So Kay or Taylor, those are 2.
Mhm. Yeah.
So Maxim, right?
And who wasn't Melane there? I would say Melane.
Out of people that were specifically there.
Yeah, isn't that who you're talking about? You would fall into them. That's what we're
No,
talking
I was
about, right?
no, I was talking about the next time. This is why I don't host. I fall on someone's edge.
I was
Anyone's
going
saying
to like actual people.
it.
This is too
Oh.
complicated for me.
Right. Okay. Who else was there? Let's go. Rami was
Ayula.
there.
Yeah, Ayula.
Oh God, that's a tough one. Ayula, or do you know what? I'm going to take Min off the list.
No,
I'm
Patrick.
gonna go with I like
Only I
Patrick's
get
vote.
Yeah, that's
This
like
one.
that's who I'm gonna follow.
We're going
I freaking
Please.
love
Abby.
these longer.
Abby, and we're going to go Elaine.
Oh, we
There's your
probably
poll,
wouldn't
folks.
know. I was gonna say we
So-
did longer back.
Oh,
But you
text.
wouldn't know yet.
Text. Alex says Raga, Maya, Kira, Iola. I mean, is there a?
There's
is there
no
a wrong
bad
way?
answer
Do they
here.
share a lot? Is that what's happening?
I mean,
Raga and Maja,
Just
well,
play
they are
across the
one.
board.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could share a lot. They're like
yeah.
they're like this on top.
Anyway, so we sit down. There's the poster. There's popcorn. There's beautiful chairs. Obviously, we're in straight away type thing. 2 rows for cast and crew. Pretty decent sized cinema, I would say, for a private screening. And we're just sort of hanging around, waiting for things to happen. And then someone comes back from the bathroom. They're like, "Oh my God, like there's stars out in the main area." So I was like, "Well, I need to go to the bathroom anyway. So I'll just," nice more Rapunzel in chat, by the way. "I'll just go to the bathroom." And I went to the bathroom and came out and ended up being like the photographer for people. Because Iola was, I like just come round from getting from being in front of the camera and having the photo taken and that. And a few people were like, "Can I have, hi, can you sign this and take a photo?" And they were going to do a selfie. And I was just the first person. I said, "Do you want me to just do it for you?" I thought, "Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing." So one, and then someone else like, "Hi, can I, okay, yeah, I'll do that." And then next, "Oh yeah, okay, fine." And like, I just looked at Iola after the third one. I was like, "I feel like I'm just your photographer at this stage." And she's like, "Yeah, basically, But there was like loads of people around at this stage. Like Iola's around, Mira Sayal's turned up. God, who else was there? Kay was there. Kay was running around. Rosamund we saw was on camera at this stage being asked questions. Rami Park.
Marcus.
No, yeah, I think
Ahmed.
I don't think we'd seen Hamid. I don't think we'd seen Marcus by that stage. Dave Hill turned up. He's one of the producers.
Oh yeah, it was him.
Rafe appeared very quickly after that. And I can't remember who else we'd sort of seen at that stage. And then like security, because it's gotten around to people in the cinema. So people like going to the bathroom, obviously. And unofficial photography to the stars instead of selfies, yeah. They started sort of ushering us back. But like, people were like trying to catch people and such. And as they ushered us back, I did see Rafe and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Where's Taylor?" I thought Taylor was going to be at this. And he's just like Taylor's running late, you know. There was this whole hilarious thing between him and Rafe, and it was just
probably like
they both told me opposing
sure
stories.
He didn't have anything in his teeth.
They both told me opposing stories, and it was just hilarious. He did get there before this viewing, though. He wasn't late. But yeah, it was very funny. Anyway, so they push us back in. Eventually, everything is announced. Matt does hello, welcome to the Dusty Wheel, all that sort of stuff that he does do, and he's like, let's sit and watch the episode. And we watch the episode. And I don't want to spoil the episode for anybody, especially if you're not seen even the 11 minutes. But I screamed, yelled, I cried twice.
Aww.
I cried twice in the first episode.
What?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That means I will cry at least 4 times.
I cried. I cried once during. Oh God, is it spoilery to say so?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So there was.
I like the emotional recap with no context.
There's a scene very later on between 2 characters that made me cry, and then there's like a scene I was expecting to happen that also made me cry. That was a bit earlier on, and I'll just leave that there. But yeah, there was something I was not expecting at all, and I was yelling at someone literally in the cinema. What are you doing? Why?
Oh my gosh!
Do something about this, you know? I was like, what is going on? Literally, in the cinema. You know, I was not the only one, but I was probably up there as the most vocal.
Really?
Oh
man!
I swear I was like second row right at the end because that was where there was space, and the next row was full, and then after that it was like cast and crew rows, and I didn't want to be higher up because I wanted to be close for the Q&A. And the screen wasn't like, because it was a more intimate cinema, the screen wasn't like, 60 feet high type thing. So I'm not sitting there like that, it was a little bit like that, but not all, not a crazy viewing. But yeah, the episode was just absolutely wild, folks. Like it felt like a finale episode. And that's where they're kicking the season off. So honestly, yeah, it was made. I remember when it finished, obviously we all cheered and clapped and such. And we were like, we want more. But as
Did
they
the
were like,
season cheer happen? I remember hearing you talk about that.
Yeah, we found an opportunity a little bit later to do that. We were also stunned by the episode. It was just like, wow. And then obviously they do like they did for season 2's episode 1. There's like coming this season sort of, 90-second whatever sort of highlights of the season.
Is there one of those coming?
I don't want those.
Yeah, about half of that was stuff we'd seen from like trailers. And then half of that was just like, ooh, what's that? And things like that. So
I didn't know you got that. Excellent.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, and it just sort of finished, and then the Amazon crew and that are like, this chair's being brought down, and logistics happening and stuff like that, and the whole cinema's just kind of quiet. And I remember just saying out very loud, because I was like, I'm just on a high, and I don't care if this is inappropriate or not. I was just like, can anyone else form a sentence right now? And I just like half the audience laughed, I was like, I'm serious. What was that? Like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
So, and
I love that so much.
they came and did the Q&A, and that was really fun. Couldn't get Marcus to shut up. The dude just wanted to answer the question that he got asked, to the point where like, so there's an Amazon assistant who's like in Matt's eye line giving him like timer countdowns and stuff.
On this, it's because he was paired with Donald in all the interviews, and Donald like talked so long in every single interview. Marcus
didn't get to answer any of the questions.
He's like, I'm going to talk right now.
Yes, this is my chance. Yeah,
it's his chance.
Like
so
Matt
when you interview Matt, if there's another person there, ask the other person questions first.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
I love him more now.
The innkeeper asked great questions, but it wasn't a question that required like a 4-minute long answer.
Right.
But Marcus was just giving and giving and giving.
PTSD from other interviews. It's
fun. But the best thing is that the woman on the edge of Matt's eye line just doing like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because there's a cinema screening of the Captain America movie like at 5:30. And the screening, this is like, we need to be wrapped up in by 4:30 so we can get out and they can reset. Like, yeah, they were trying to. Exactly.
They didn't give me enough time.
I know. But the best thing about it was, and it's no one's fault. But like, she gets the 5-minute warning. That's when I noticed she was there. And then I just see her like midway through someone's answer, just be like, time's done type thing. But it was like when Marcus was on one. Oh no, it was. I think it was Rafe or Rosamund. Was it Rafe and then Rosamund, or was it Rosamund? It was Rafe and then Rosamund. So it was during Rosamund's answer to Matt's final question. And when he'd asked it, not expecting Rafe and Rosamund to give long answers, he was just like, all 4 of you can answer this. So obviously, like, you've kind of set up, you can't cut them off, to be like, oh, we'll run out of time. Sorry, you can't answer.
Good job. Very clever.
So like it then moves on to Marcus, who's like, well, this requires like a 2 or 3 minute answer. It then moves on to Kira, who's just like, you could tell when Marcus started talking, she's just like, that was exactly what I was going to say. Dude stole my answer. So she had to come up with something. So that's like another minute or 2. And the whole time the Amazon's woman is here, just like, stop it. Like, you're the interviewer, cut them short, bring it to the close. And Matt's there just like, this is a wonderful answer. I'm just going to keep listening. And then of course it's like, ow, sort of thing. But I do have the Rosamund Pike posters were pre-signed. She'd signed them that morning for us.
Yeah.
And they were all on the seats as we got into the cinema. I may or may not have swooped around the cinema when we finished and everyone was leaving and collected lots of spare posters, because obviously the cast and crew were like, we don't need a poster. We
left them there?
Yeah. So I reckon I think I have about 12 or 13 posters.
What? Oh my God. So Malkier auction right there.
Oh
exactly. There will be one.
So cool.
There will be one going at a holiday this year. There will be one going in the Malkier charity auction. I'm debating taking a couple to WhatCon, assuming I can go there. What is that? I told her I will like. Did I miss something here, Matt? Hi, Matt. By the way,
he's talking about the Amazon timer lady. Very clever. Very. That's what I'm saying. He's very clever.
Smart,
I just did it. I set it up so that that we can't cut them off. Right?
But yeah, I might take a couple to WhatCon and say
and send some to your co-hosts. I'm sure.
Ask Sharon. I mean, I got one for Lesbian Nerdy because she sent me a message. Please, can you try and get me one? And so Matt, I love this. And she said, oh, you're one of those, we'll need to pull you off. And I said, probably. That's brilliant. Love that. So I got a couple for people, couple for charity auctions and that. I'm going to get Sharon Gillen to sign them because obviously it's, partly her costume. And if I happen to know that I'm going to run into Rob Goodwin because he made,
I was going to say, Rob made
gold part.
People are offering you their firstborn. And...
I mean, we did joke I could sell them, and it would fund flights to conventions, but that felt a little skeezy. But it was a hilarious conversation at the time. Anyway, so that was the screening, and then there was dinners and blah, blah, blah. And unbeknownst to us, everyone was staying, not to Matt, but to everyone else. Like a lot of the cast and crew were staying in the Londoner Hotel, which was next door to the cinema. And we were at the All Bar One, or a lot of people were at the All Bar One, sort of winding down. Matt and the mods and a couple of us went to a dinner. And while we were there, LG and some of the others were like, oh yeah, Rafe just stopped by to say hi. Taylor's here, blah, blah, blah. We were like, oh, we'll finish up. We'll come say her as well. They'd gone by the time we got over, even though we were already 5 minutes away because we had to pay. There's 12 of us or whatever. But Matt saw some people, and so did Sarah, who was with us at dinner. That's when I told her about the sign moment. And we went running off, and it's Kay and one of the writing assistants, and then I noticed just on the back was Rami Park, and she recognized me from when I met her in Prague, and I was she literally hi Rob, it's so good to see you, and I was like, you remember me? What? And then she's like, of course I remember you, Rob. I loved your reaction to the sneak peek earlier this week. It was so cute the way you couldn't make words, and I just went. Died, I was I'm so embarrassed right now. You
redo the poll. Rami Park slap.
Rami Park slap. Yep.
Too late. Rami was actually 2%, and the poll will end it now. Matt, for context, by the way, I said they don't get. I keep breaking signs at events, And this is why they don't get me to host, because I probably trip over something and fall in someone's lap, and they were deciding whose lap I would fall into. So hence the poll there. That's not a weird, there was proper context of the poll that made sense.
Why do you need to explain the polls?
Because it's fun. Yeah, so like that,
you don't need to explain your poll. Us,
Your loose spears, however.
That's
no,
fair.
don't show
Yes.
those.
You would need to explain that.
So that was Saturday. That was wild. And basically, we just hung out at that bar. And then eventually, I became a cameraman and teleprompter for Matt and Anis when they did their live stream later that night.
Oh yeah, I saw your wiggly finger.
Yeah, because London is pretty good for people just running past and like taking your phone out of your hands. You know, they do that. And I thought perhaps I shouldn't put, you know, Matt's, or I think Anis's, it was Anis's and Matt's phone, because one was for YouTube, one was for Instagram, on the camera stand randomly on the street and not have anyone stood next to it. So I stood behind it, and then they said they couldn't see live chat, so I brought it up on my phone, and like literally I was stood here, like this is the camera, my hand was there doing this the whole time, and occasionally I would like swap hands and put it the other side of the camera because my arm was getting tired, and yeah, I became cameraman / teleprompter, but that was really fun. Yeah, and then the Tweeter of Chaos decided to reveal who they are.
Yeah, let's talk about that really quickly. We have a lot to talk about tonight, but I think that's kind of important.
Yeah, so Loneliest Guy Shine, if you remember last week, was it only last week?
Loneliest Guy Shine is his name on BlueSky and X, right?
Yes.
Those two platforms that he's on.
He said he got a ticket, and we didn't know who he was. Like, I've always kind of suspected, like Kevin, that it was TOC, but I wasn't sure. And I was just like, I'm not gonna press it type thing. And then let me see if I can share the screen. He decided to post on Sunday after we left him and we all went to dinner. Went to afternoon tea. He posted this: having a great weekend in London, met some wonderful people, so on and so forth. You know, talking about saying, okay, well now, you know, I say had, because every guy shy must now discard their robes and rejoin society. So, you know, he's talking about doing that. So today, this little guy shy must say goodbye and stumble off into the freeform land. Thank you to everyone who's been kind and welcoming and patient to me over the years. It's been one of the two greatest honors of my life to be your guy shine. That other honor was, of course, also being your Tweeter of Chaos these past few years through Puzzles of Times, Trolloc Valentines, Clues Dropped, some found, some not, secret trips to Jordan Con, and much else. You have been and will always be the best fandom, statistically or otherwise. And here's the photo. I knew all weekend that the LG was also TOC because I knew who TOC was. But he asked me to keep it secret for the weekend. I didn't know he was going to do this reveal. He had been, it was hilarious. So if you saw any of the photos posted, he was doing this weird, like, you know, slightly put the finger in image.
Yeah,
it was,
like hilarious.
Back turned in a photo,
So
or, you know,
funny.
the teeniest of photo bombs, things like that, like really hiding his face all weekend long. So when he asked randomly for this selfie, which now we find out is done because he's holding his Tweeter of Chaos badge here, I decided I would photo bomb in LG style. That's actually right here on the edge here. That's my hat.
It's your hat.
Yeah. I'd literally just I could see his phone. I just edged it enough that my hat peeked in, and that's it. Because I then asked for a selfie. It's just me and him, which I also posted on BlueSky. Yeah, and it was absolutely wonderful. And we were all at high tea when he actually posted this, and then he made multiple people cry.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really sweet.
That's
yeah,
so sweet. I'm so
London was
glad
second
that
class.
he got to be multiple parts.
Yeah.
I mean, can I just say, like, I know we've said this so many times before, many of us in this fandom, but there's no other fandom like this where you get this sort of engagement with the marketing guy who runs Twitter, you know, like, or the fans and the cast or the crew. It's incredible. You know,
Well,
people
I
are
think
very passionate.
It's just a very special. I mean, obviously, because we love it so. Oh, look at you!
That's my selfie.
Stop
Piece
making
of
me cry.
media, and people get into it, right? Like you've seen that with the actors too, that they like get into the books and obsess and become fans of the book, just like we are. And I love that. I love that some people, you know, want to engage more than their like official professional side, and want to be able to like play in the sandbox with all of us.
Yeah, and maybe I just don't know. I'm not in like other fandoms like this, but I don't know.
Who knows? I hope it slightly has to do with just the fact that, we try to make it fun for as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm a little sad because that message really seemed like he was saying goodbye too.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was thinking about this as well. If you think about it, now that everyone knows that Lonely Sky Shine LG is, people have just taken to calling him to make it easier, that he is or was the tweeter of chaos, because he who tweets at the dawn now runs the account instead. Everything LG posts will now be analyzed for, like, is he hinting something? Does he know something? And he'll be treated differently from now on. The account will be treated differently from now on. And it's just like, it can't be the account it was anymore, because it was the account it was because no one knew who he was.
Right.
And it's not like, hi, my name's Chuck, some random person. It's like, actually, I'm the person who ran your social media account, and people are going to, treat the account and what he posts differently as a result of that. It's, at least that's what occurred to me anyway. So,
well, I hope he decides to jump back in a new
secret account,
secret persona, because he's delightful. Like,
he is
just so clever and such like he spent what, like 3 years as Guy Shine.
Yeah.
And like in character came up with more reasons for him to become Guy Shine. Like, he briefly un-Guy Shined and then got taken Guy Shine by a new clan immediately after. Like, it's just so good.
He played the part the entire time.
He did.
I thought he was just a fan.
He was cleaning tables in the back of the Dusty Wheel live stream.
Oh, wow.
Every time he took a bad photo, he was like, I have photo now. He did my camera work for the QCon stream, and was just like, oh, I've got you in the shot, Rob, and it was just a close up of my boots. Like, it was just silly things like that. He was always earning toe, and it was just so funny. So yeah,
that's awesome. So he did it. He carried it on the persona in person too. That's
great. Yes, absolutely, in person as well. It was so funny. And I very much lucked out. We were going pub to pub at the pub, waiting for LG to turn up. Well, I was anyway. People knew he was coming, but I was the one he was talking to, and no idea who he really was in real life. And I'm like, I'm busting for the toilet on the way to the next place we're going to. So I literally went into a random pub that we were passing. It's like, I'll catch you up. I know where we're going. Went in, then headed off to the pub we're going to. Got Mackey's on the way. Good choice. And he was waiting at the pub, I'm in the patio outside, and I was just like, is it gonna be TOC, or is it gonna be someone new? Is it gonna be a new friend? And like, I was like, I'm happy either way. And I walked around the corner, and there he was, just in the patio by himself, and I just sort of stopped and grinned, and he grinned at me, and I was like, you bastard, and then no one was at the pub, because they couldn't get in because Delusions brought her baby, and they were like, yeah, sorry, the baby can't come in. So we actually went to a different pub. So we had to go chase him down. Yeah.
You can't bring babies into English pubs? What's up with that?
After a certain point at night.
That's allowed in Alabama.
Well,
They allow everything in Alabama.
They allow everything in Alabama. So, those were like the highlights.
Except free speech for women. But anyway, go on.
Very true. So I would say those are the biggest takeouts from the weekend. I cannot wait for people to watch season 1. Y'all are gonna lose your minds.
Mel, Mackey's is McDonald's, just so you know.
Oh,
do people know that? Oh, okay,
no.
Right.
That's a British slang, Rob.
Yeah, it's British. Yeah,
Mackey's.
Yeah, Mackey's.
We say Mickey D's on this side. In the Freedom Land is Mickey D's.
The Freedom Land. Yeah, that's where we live.
Yep.
Sure, it is. Yep.
All right.
That's
kind of the rundown for London. I did record little snippets of like moments. Literally, I was like little 4-second videos of like swirling around what we're up to around groups. I took pictures. I'm going to steal some clips from the couple of streams that happened and stuff like that. And I'm going to make like a fun little montage video, I think.
Awesome.
yeah, I got back and it was like the work Christmas, because I'm on hospitality. The Christmas do is always in February. I did the work Christmas party Tuesday night, and I've had work every day, and it was just like, I don't have the energy to make a video. Nothing's going to come out until I do Threefold on Thursday, and then maybe at the weekend I can figure something out. So yeah, it's there'll be some more stuff coming from that. But yeah, the episode. Oh my fucking god! Seriously.
So there was a question way back in chat.
Oh,
and
sorry.
If you can't even give us this answer, that's okay. Can you tell us if they stuck to the 60 minutes? Like,
yeah, it is just an hour-long episode, or thereabouts.
Wow.
I didn't actually time it.
I don't understand how that's possible.
I know. I think Nolan Garden asked that.
Honestly, it didn't feel like we got shortchanged on the episode. It felt like a finale episode. Innkeeper backed me up here. It felt like a finale episode, right?
Wow.
A lot of the interviews are saying like they started the whole season with a finale episode. And they also said that episodes 7 and 8 are also both finales. So,
yes.
You've got we have at least 3, and I can imagine Viridian feels almost like a finale too. So, maybe we get 4 finales.
For us, it will be, right? Yeah. It's the end of an era.
It is. It's the end of our lives and the beginning of our next ones.
Yes,
we will be broken.
So I hope from the bits I could share there, you are hyped. You need to be hyped.
That's awesome.
I cannot make the March 8th viewing because I'm on a birthday pub crawl next Saturday. So I hope you'll have fun there, and I will squee with you on the 13th.
I don't know if I'll be able to see it either, so I've got things going on.
That's fair, but honestly, it's going to be worth the wait. Worth the wait. Oh, seriously.
Let's talk about some of these interviews.
Yes, there's so much stuff. Posters, interviews. Oh my
there's been a huge amount of posters and interviews and things happening this week. What do you want to kick it off with? Do you want to look at posters?
Mel, you decide. You've been kind of busy all day. So.
Yeah, sorry. I've been barely present. It's been crazy. Real life Matt Coffin is away. I had all the things, all the happenings. Anyway, can we please bring up the Egwene poster?
Sure. I'll bring them all up.
That jacket?
Because I thought this was a Teleran Riyadh outfit.
It is, but it's also a real life. It's also a real life outfit.
She's like legit. I need us to take a moment to try and understand.
I mean, they could take her Teleran Riyadh outfit and put it in the poster. I mean,
no. But she's in the tavern in that clip.
Oh yes, she is.
The British clip.
Oh, yeah. This.
Yes.
Yeah, this is an outfit she wears.
She's like wearing that in real life.
And in Teleran Riyadh, but she doesn't know how to use Teleran Riyadh. So if she wore that day, or maybe recently, that's probably what she would wear.
But where did this outfit even come from?
I don't know. I guess Tarvalon has got some BS, BDSM stuff.
It's so Lanfear, Teleran Riyadh coded. What is it? Why is she wearing this? I don't get me wrong. I love it. I love this outfit. It's amazing. But it is it takes me out of the moment looking at her wearing that in the context of this medieval tavern where everyone else is drinking mead.
I will say, and this is no knock on Sharon at all. I just think that there's a lot of, in my mind, questionable costumes that seem really off the feeling from 2 and 1, right? Like the whole 1960s sort of blazers. It feels this season has some different costumes that I would not have expected, and to me feel a little disjointed. I love them all, but they feel like we didn't see a blazer in season 1 and 2, right? We didn't see big bows and a shirt you could probably see someone wear today in season 2 or 1. And we see a lot of that in that first 11 minutes. And so, but this is totally different than what we've seen them wear in real life Randland,
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. If we assume they've gone from Falma to Two Rivers, right, and not dallied in between, so that
You mean Tarvalon?
Sorry, yes, to Tarvalon. Thank you.
Or Tarvalon.
So their experiences with other cultural influences thus far include, I'm speaking of going Two Rivers, the Tuathan, right? The Children of the Light.
Mm-hmm.
The Faldarans and their style. And then Tarvalon, I guess. And I mean, but specifically the White Tower. And then Falma. And that's it. Like, so where does she pick this up? I guess
I don't know.
Like, what is it? I'm fascinated by this outfit, and I want to.
Maybe this is, on the way back she finds this style.
Yeah, but it is very Landford coded. It's also very that scene from the trailer with them all in like the goth gear. You know, it looks like it could fit in with that too.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah, I love it.
Why? Look, Chris would say, Rob, why are you so quiet?
I know. I noticed that too.
I'm letting my co-host talk, okay?
Oh, that's so sweet of you to allow us to speak, Rob.
That's not how I meant that, and you knew what I meant. I am shutting up so we can hear from voices other than my own.
If you actually, I think in the big poster, she's also wearing this, like where she's behind, I can't remember which one she's in. In the actual posters, the group posters. Yeah, there's the full outfit right there. Look at that. It is X-Men, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the belt.
Yeah.
It's literally X-Men. So
I'm also like, it's the collar and leash look is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm surprised that she would want to wear that after what she had just been.
She's like, those Shanshan, they're assholes, but they're fashion. I'll take it.
Yeah. It really took me a moment to realize that this outfit is like sort of dusting away between the two.
Yeah. Yeah, and not anybody else's outfit is doing that, right?
No.
Nobody else is transitioning between two different outfits.
I
most everybody else is just melting away.
Yeah,
she's literally transitioning between.
Yeah, between what she's currently
goth
doing
girl and apprentice.
Yeah, going on to be an apprentice. Yeah.
Do we see a skirt in Avi's by any chance? I didn't look very closely.
Avi has an overskirt,
but not
her new one. Oh,
yeah. I was just curious.
She's got just pants.
She's got a different. That's different.
Yeah.
That belt is more Wise One belty. I'll be honest, than her normal belt, right?
No, that's the same kind of belt.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought she had more leather.
She had she did her like jackety, her like leather part thing was longer in season 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And she also had like the whole shufa thing and the skirt thing were like entwined in it, like they're all kind of like blended in together. So, but yeah, so they did make a change as far as that goes.
She looks like she's wearing a BMX little. Have you seen those old BMX 80s movies? And they make the girl like BMX things. They make them crop tops, and it's so ridiculous. She's got a shirt on underneath, and I appreciate that. But
it's very Mad Max Fury Road.
It is very Fury Road.
Yeah, Rand is just sort of like,
He always looks confused and upset.
He does.
Poor man. I'm confused and upset.
I mean,
this poster is awesome.
I love that Land gets the rocks behind him too. It's great.
Wait,
we need a cleanser.
Spuds on here? Have we analyzed if there's a hidden butt rock?
Yes,
in this.
It's just him. He is the butt rock. We just are looking at the wrong side.
jacket and butt rock. Buds is gonna have to tell us where it is.
He will. He'll have to analyze it. He'll have to analyze it.
I love this though.
Oh,
this is
God.
great.
Yeah. And then Rosamund's.
Oh yeah. Super cool.
Rob did an incredible that
Oh yeah,
gold-
this
that
piece in the middle
gold
is
thing
yeah.
is just incredible.
Apparently on her Instagram, Sharon said that she can't wait to explain more about Rand's jacket in that poster.
Fancy jacket, huh? Really? Interesting. Hi, MS.
She also like previously said she couldn't wait to explain that particular
Right.
outfit, Rosamund.
That jacket
Morine.
is. Sharon, come on our show and tell us all about
Yeah.
it.
I know.
Also, there's a comment asking about the sword. Does it have a heron on? That does look like it's got a heron on there, I would say.
Yeah.
This is a new sword, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the sword thing. How that's gonna work.
I don't see a sword. We just need to get rid of it.
Because he's gonna give his
I mean-
sword to Rand, and then he's gonna have a different sword.
Well, he gives his gifted sword away to Rand from Agomar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
So, and on top of these posters, we also obviously
Yes.
we highlight a little bit. We got these.
uh,
Do some innkeeper baiting right now. There we go, innkeeper, just for you, buddy. Boom.
this one.
It's not quite the real
See?
thing.
Very Lanfear coded, Egwene.
Hmm
I know.
Although the shoulder pads, I'm dying about these shoulder pads.
You know what
These are
I know. You know what I love is that little. You know how they're doing those cast sort of.
She's
promotional
wearing
thing?
the ring of the Tamerlane.
Isn't
I
that the
think
ring
they all have
that?
those.
What's it?
All
I'm
the
not sure it's just Tamerlane. I think that's a just Age of Legends channeling thing because
I
Luce
thought it
has
was-
one, Tamerlane has one.
Yeah.
well,
and
there were two Tamerlanes, right? So it was Luz and Latra. They both
But
had
then
them.
Faris has one too. and
But
so does
I
she.
thought Faris had it because he took it from Luz.
I
I'm just
love this from
assuming
Matthew.
It's
This
Age of
is.
Legends.
I'm assuming this is talking about Land's sword. He probably always had this one stashed in his locker at the White
Yeah,
Tower.
probably. His locker.
Uh,
Spare hair.
at some point, he'd be like, "I just need to stop by and pick it up. Like it's just in the cubby hole at the back, in my old
Yeah.
bedroom." So yeah, it'll be hilarious.
I love that
Maybe
Baldur's
she stole it
back.
from Ishi. Who knows?
Yeah.
But in
It's
her interview today,
Interesting choice to pair the Children of the Light with.
Well,
I think these are just baddies. All of
like
these
he is
people.
he is dressed up as a child of the light. That is a white cloak
He
uniform,
is. I
Yeah.
know. It's
which is just yeah.
And Dane on the other side.
hmm
yeah, both of them.
Who looks? I don't know if he looks a little concerned.
Does he look like he's had a lot to
That
drink?
looks like a puppy dog. I'm getting. Never mind.
Then we got
It's
Moggy.
it's
and-
interesting choices because in season 2, like the only new person they put on the posters was Avienda, right?
Uh-huh.
And now they've got multiple new people on the posters.
Yeah. You can see Moggy's little black fingers in this poster too, which cracks me up.
I honestly like can't look at those fingers and not think that she's just like had her hands in literal shit. Like she's just
Or ink. one
she's
of
like she's like sticking her fingers up a butthole. Like that's what it makes you think.
You know what makes me laugh about this poster is that Age of Legends people and wise ones don't need to use their hands to do any channeling. So I find it funny that Lanfear's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it weird. I don't know, made me pause a little bit when I saw
I mean,
this.
she does do little,
Well,
just
she
like very
snaps.
small little
Yeah.
hand gestures,
She
just little
does.
ones.
I
Yeah.
think it makes her feel good when she does it.
So like, what is
Snap,
the
you're dead.
snap
I love
your
this.
cut your head off? hand
There is now a
gesture?
Dane defense squad that's mad about him being grouped with the baddies.
Is there? The
No McGarden
DDS?
says that's the AOL version of Black Fingernails.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, Innkeeper, we are full spoilers. That is correct.
Yes.
Carl is
yes.
asking, is Elida being in this poster too much foreshadowing?
I think it's to trick the audience. Let's be honest. Like people are not going to know if she's good or bad, and that's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what? Who knows? Like, I mean, these look like all antagonists, right? But you don't know. You don't necessarily know which are.
Yeah.
To the dark, and honestly, like, does it matter?
Well, does it matter that they're on this poster together, or
No. Just in general, doesn't matter if someone's actions are bad and terrible. Does it matter if they're doing it for a higher cause or not, or doing it for a more selfish cause? That's all. I don't. Current context of real life.
well, you notice they didn't put Gabriel on this poster.
They did not. That's true.
That was interesting.
As they're rightly pointing out, they're going to assume Elida is bad from this, and I would agree.
Yeah.
If they see this.
Yeah.
Dusty Will's throwing out some theories. And
Yeah, I see this. So I love the placement of Leandrin, and I'm full on believing the theory that she is the Taim of the show.
Ooh, I like
And
it.
then he followed it up with, I fully expect if they get to the end of their telling, Leandrin will become a new chosen. Do you know what?
We won't get tame.
I'm down for that.
For real.
It'd be a surprise for
tame. We need someone to corrupt the Black Tower.
I
not
would
gonna be her.
I would like Taim to be Demandre in the show. I just want it to happen.
Yeah, I would like it if I like the idea of Leandrin becoming a chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I like the idea of her getting, because like Rand had established the Black Tower when Taim was always.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I think he's referring to Leandrin being promoted to
Becoming
chosen. But
chosen,
if Taim is Demandred, then we don't have to have that. It's just revealed.
And he's already a chosen.
He doesn't need to get promoted.
Right. Yeah.
He's already a chosen.
So I would be happy for Leandrin to get her comeuppance like she does in the books, which I really enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed when she got put in her place in that house. Like, I was very happy about that. Mm-hmm. And I'd be just as happy with her getting that in this show, too. Like, I do not need more Leandrin. There are so many characters that I want to explore. I don't need to keep exploring Leandrin. That's
valid.
Not very nice lady took our 3 girls, and I don't like that. So, like, let's show how she goes really high up in this society of her power and then gets brought down very easily.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that.
I think that could be well set up this season with Moggy.
Yeah, Moggy could,
putting everybody up again.
I'm really, excited for some Moggy interactions.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm excited to see Padden Thane back.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
I know. I've been low-key complaining about how poorly his character's been used in the first 2 seasons. Like, he was kind of like initially this big bad, like he brought the Trollocs, he was, it was like, what's going on? And then he sort of appeared at the end, stole the dagger. We had all that moment. I think it's a dream shard or something of that nature where they've like had to do some rewrites and such, and it was meant to be for Matt and ended up being Perrin. And I think he's going to be a really good nemesis for Perrin.
You're cutting out again.
Matt.
Yeah, you are weird.
What is going on? Maybe in my mic.
You're getting too far away from your mic, and it thinks it's background noise.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Rob. Like, he just sort of disappears.
Yeah, he wasn't particularly useful at all in season 2.
Yeah. And I said this a couple of recordings back on Freewheeling. I think that season 3 is do or die for Padden Thane. Like, they either need to use him in season 3 and make him a proper part of the villain set and give him some arcs for, I really think he's getting some aspects of Slayer. I think they're really making him Perrin's arch nemesis for the season, for the show, like all the way through. And I think they'll give something else to Matt. But if they don't, they just need to cut his character.
Right, I agree.
Yeah,
they haven't used him well enough.
I think you're right. Winter's Landing is saying just no whistle, but I really liked the whistle.
I like the whistle.
I really liked it, and I liked I liked that it was there when you couldn't see him too. Sometimes,
Mhm.
like most of the time, it was there and you could see him, but sometimes you couldn't.
When I read the books, I really loved his creepy character, and I really missed that in season 2. I just thought that he kind of disappeared. You know, at the end of season 1, we're like, okay, he's played this decent part, and then he was just like nothing. And so, like, he was so creepy in the books, and maybe because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and he's a Gollum sort of type personality, like, I really thought he was creepy, and I really wanted a better ending to him because I don't think he had a good ending at the end of the books.
Agreed.
And so I really wanted, like, if we're going to expand on some characters, make him super creepy and make his ending be even better, like, than what happened.
Yeah, like he could, you know, because the Slayer thing with Perrin is a pretty good story, but it almost feels like it's separate to what's happening in the rest of the books, especially towards the end. Even though what Perrin does ends up being very helpful and you know, like a lot of main characters.
It is like a separate story.
It feels like a separate story, and his actions end up accidentally being pivotal to the end. You know, and it's a weird. It works, but it also in some ways doesn't work.
It's a weird thing.
I think if you give Padden Thane Slayer powers and make him Perrin's arch nemesis for the rest of the show, like, you know, to the end, then I just think it ties it back in properly, and it can be something pretty epic, an epic ending for Padden Thane. You know, more connection to the main story for Perrin. I
like that better than the Melindhra is Slayer theory.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that was no, not sure about that.
Having Fane on this poster gives me hope that we're going to get some.
Agreed.
Because my theory's always been that there's going to be the initial fight with the White Cloaks and the Two Rivers, and he's going to be part of it, and then there's going to be the Trolloc fight as well.
Right.
You know? So I think it'd be great to have him. My question is there's all this talk about the rescue that Perrin needs to do. So he talks about it in a lot of the interviews. It's been out there about, like, he has to do a rescue. So we don't know if it's going to be like his family members. Is it going to be like, is it because of him, because of Fane, because of the White Cloaks? You know, so
is it the
anyway?
same
I'm
one
very
from the
interested
books? Because in the books, they kidnap the Matt's family.
Yeah, so it could be any of that, right? So, but assuming Fane has his hand in that.
Yeah. All right. There were obviously other posters. I can't believe how little. Sorry, I bogarted like half an hour at the beginning of the show to talk about London, but it was fun.
Okay, we need to talk about
a lot of escalators.
This poster is fucking banging. I cannot get over this poster. Seriously, there is something about it that just. This is my favorite poster, and not just because Perrin's my favorite character. Like, this is just there's something about this poster that just like I love it.
Is he also your favorite in the show? Is Perrin also your favorite in the show?
Oh, that's a tough one. Come back to me on that.
Okay.
I love everything about this, though. Yeah, we're missing Bane and Chiad, so I think that's why we coined Chalana. Because Chalana. Because there's no
I would like to theorize that is Bane or Chiad's spear, and
it looks like
the Wetlanders just can't see them. They're literally there.
They're hiding.
Well,
they're
there. Alana's not holding the spear. It's Bane and Chiad
for sure
behind him.
I have actually been told that spear is not because people are like, oh, Alana has a spear, and I've actually been told that is not Alana's spear. In fact, the person who told me that's not Alana's spear is like very surprised to see that. They were like, Alana doesn't have a spear in the season.
Right. It's weird, right?
Yeah. It's an interesting choice for marketing. And I think it's been put in for Bane and Chiad. It's the only real thing that makes sense.
They're there. The maidens are there. Just the Wetlanders can't see them.
But they all look like badasses. And I love that Perrin's got both the hammer and the axe. Like, just bring it on, Perrin. Let's do this thing.
Oh, that did not read as hammer to me.
What, this?
Because I'm only seeing like the bottom half. I was very confused about what that was.
Oh, yeah. Hammer on the left.
Is he holding an easel? What is he?
Yeah, and then, axe.
Nice.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry, clicked sideways.
And Fael in her cool pants.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I love the way this look like.
I feel like all of their outfits fit
They do
together. You know?
I mean, I love Maxim and Alana's new outfits. Like these are
different, but they fit.
Those are battle outfits.
Egwene is dressed like she's about ready to hit the club.
Egwene, she drives her own path, Mel. She's the trailblazer. She can do what she wants.
Yes, but did she find a seamstress? I need to know.
I don't know, because they're all in Tarvalon together, and it's so bizarre to me. That clip they released on the UK was interesting, because only to me the only interesting part really was that every single one of them was there except Min.
They were all there, and Morine was like,
that's why they
we should explain this. So there was a clip that was released on British morning show television.
I have it if you want me to play it.
Play it. We should play it.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Yes. And then we can talk more about it. Yeah.
I need to share it in a way. I'm just going to have to share the entire screen. All right. Okay. So this is 2 minutes long. And it was a clip that was on British morning television, like 2 days ago? And this guy, as you'll find out, explains, hey, I'm going to talk about the Wheel of Time, gives you a little brief rundown about it because he's now reading the books. I'm presuming as a result of having watched the previous season.
Can we just watch the Morine part?
You just want to skip to the Morine part because he gives.
Yeah, we're just light on time.
Go to the clip.
Yeah.
You want just the Morine part?
Yeah. Just the actual clip.
Okay.
And that's our job, to make these big statements, these dangers that don't relate to our world feel relatable. So I remember, in season 1, I had to say that the Dark One was starting to move Trollocs through the ways. Now that is something that means nothing to people who don't know anything about the Wheel of Time, but the stakes have got to feel like, North Korea is making moves that they are going to deploy the atomic bomb.
So there you have it.
And then they showed a short clip.
I love that guy's tie, by the way. Can I just say?
It's pretty great.
I appreciated his tie.
That is a fun tie. And then this was the clip they showed, which he explains is from episode 1.
The city is not safe, obviously. I would ask you all to stay here. But I know you'll do as you wish. So please remember that the person shining your shoes will give your description to the South Harbour fishmonger, who in turn will speak quietly to the innkeeper at the Upriver Run, who is a woman who reports every suspicious newcomer directly to the Red Usher.
My drama indeed, the Wheel of Time season 3.
Matt's like, no more Red Aja, damn it.
So you're like, they're all there together, and she's like, anybody could give your descriptions to anyone at the Red Aja, and they're all standing in the open in a bar.
Patio. I think it's a second or third floor patio.
All of these disparate, group of people.
I know, it's weird. It's a really weird clip. I'm not gonna lie.
Very strange choice.
They are on like a.
Okay, go back to Eggy's outfit because she's wearing it in this clip right there. There we go.
There she is. There she is.
With a casual jacket to go on top.
What is happening with that jacket?
I don't know.
But the whole thing.
It's a weird piece. It's like they're all hiding there. They're hiding in someone's apartment.
All I know is that I trust Sharon implicitly, and there's a reason. And I think the reason will be revealed in some way, whether
you know what it is? It's so her new love Gowan can just grab that little leather strap and just pull her close.
For a kiss, yeah. Amazon, obviously, we've established how you watch.
Trauma Girl is going to like that.
That's true, yeah. That's a good point.
We could not imagine she would like Gowan either, but she does.
We know you're watching, Amazon. Please just send us Sharon so she can explain some of these choices, and we will.
I love the quilted jacket, though. Bring it on. They almost look like faces.
We just need to ask Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon, come on. Come with us.
So,
Yes.
look,
She's been on Road
more
to
new
Travel
outfits
Lounge.
for Matt.
You can come on us.
I know. There's Matt's like third outfit. It's
Yep.
cool. Loyal's
So.
got a glow up too. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
He got a bit
Yes,
of a
he
glow
looks very dapper. Almost like Aerith has been on.
Maybe they run into Aerith on the way. Who knows?
Maybe they stop in a steading.
That could be fun.
Ooh, maybe she pulls the outfit out of a stasis box.
Maybe. Could be.
Maybe.
You gotta know.
Are we gonna look at any more posters? Because we got some clips to talk about.
Yeah,
So
let's
we got
talk about
90 minutes.
Well, I
Stay
think we're
with
not
us,
going to do 90
Foldies.
minutes. Let's stay with us, Foldies. It's going to be a slightly longer than usual show. Slightly. Anyway, posters. Boom. Posters. Next poster. Boom.
We
This
looked
one.
at them.
Did we look at this one? All right.
I mean, we saw other outfits. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh wait,
care
can you
about
go
this?
back? Go back to the Two Rivers really quick. Someone. Oh no, that's the someone asked about the arch, and that's just part of the middle of the poster. Which
Your
is
picture window got
the
really
rings.
wide, Rob.
Yes.
I like the wide picture window. Do it.
Thank you.
I mean, you don't see any more poster.
Yeah,
Anyway.
this one's good. It's not as exciting as the Two Rivers one.
Yeah, I agree.
We've seen all these.
That's true.
It's a
All right.
choice.
There's one here,
And then
yeah.
Matty Boy, just tease him.
Just
Just
poking out of his chest.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, Matt, you
Is
scoundrel!
that the same pattern that his 90 Future Vision Paisley Prince outfit was made from?
I don't know. It's the same one.
It's
in
very
the
similar.
other
I think it's
clips.
similar. I wouldn't say it's the same, but I think it's similar.
You mean at the end of season 2?
No, during
after.
episode 3 of season 2, and the
Oh.
during the
Kevin Angus, how are you doing after seeing this? I know he's like, are you still in
I
chat?
just want that sweater,
the whole
the duster,
yeah.
all of it. Can we just sell that on Amazon, please? You have
mean,
a
that-
whole
yeah.
retail store to sell these things.
So that would be very cool. But the posters are great. Like, obviously, go look at them, folks.
Can you just show one of all of them together just to get that look? Because that
Oh,
looks
yeah.
nice.
That one I will have. I will do the wide window shot for because
Yeah.
it will cut better. Boom. There we go.
So pretty. I love that
It
we
is.
get the ways, and then we get the rings, and then
Wait, the ways? Oh yeah, of course, on the right.
on
yeah,
the
behind
right,
it,
yeah. And then you get the Tenshiko, I think, on the left.
I believe so.
Right
Yeah.
next.
So
Posters getting better every year, you guys. Every year.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
miss the giant Murdrell looming overall.
that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Clips. What did you pick for us, Rob?
I didn't honestly pick anything. I didn't realize that
Okay, well,
I had to pick. If I'm honest, I'm really sorry. While we're doing that, folks, why don't I give away another 5 memberships?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you are the best token Wetlander.
So, oh no, I've gifted all 10 this month. Oh, apparently I did it earlier this month and then just didn't do the other 5.
Okay, well,
so
next week.
literally next week we'll give away 10. Okay, where is?
I think while we're talking about costumes, you should play that one about Leandrin's headset because that made me laugh so hard when I read it.
God, yeah. Which one is this in?
We'll go to the tab in the.
I'm in the tab. So, by the way, folks,
Folded.
let me show you what we've got. Amis pulled this together. Obviously, there's a huge amount more, but yeah, we've got.
This is all I could do, guys.
We got like a
Amis
whole.
is awesome, and don't even.
Yeah, Amis slays. Come on, people. So.
Okay, so I think it's. Oh, it's. Oh gosh! Give me a Microsoft spreadsheet.
Oh wait, no, I see it. Natasha calls
You
a
see
headset
it?
the sale.
Yes, play that. And I just want to appreciate the Mary Sue. I don't know if you ever see this show, Mary Sue, but I didn't know who you were till these came on. And
really? I love.
I like the Mary Sue. She's
They're
so sweet, and she asks some really cute questions, and she totally fanned out when she was interviewing Morine. It was so cute.
Aw, love that. Okay.
Anyway, I like her a lot. Mary Sue, you're adorable.
This is Mary Sue. I have never watched Mary Sue before in my life, so we're going to watch and enjoy.
25 seconds.
Especially in season 2. And like you go from not a frumpy woman, but a woman who is not necessarily that decked out to being decked out the whole rest of the season.
I mean, are you talking about the sale?
Yeah.
The sale.
No, yeah, that is the most empowering costume I have ever worn. It's the way that Sharon has fitted or designed these things, these costumes with Melindhra is like the drama is there in an instant. You put the costume on and you don't even need, I don't feel like I need to act. It just is.
But then you do a lot of acting in them too. She has one. She has one as well in season 3. I feel like that is like you have another headdress moment that is quite impactful.
Oh my goodness, yeah. A headdress does things.
Yeah.
Does things. And Sharon.
A headdress does things, Rob.
My God.
It's empowering.
Well,
That's pretty much it. But
I
love that she called it a sale because I about
sale.
died when I was watching it.
That's awesome. I love it.
Just so you all know, we all love Sharon so much, but Rob and I are not huge fans of the headdresses.
Yeah, sometimes the
Does it
headpieces.
make you like it more now that it's called the same?
No.
Nope. And to be honest, I'm not totally against Melindhra's sail. I just think she looks better without it. The swan one.
We totally
Okay,
lost
Rob, now
your
you
audio,
have
Rob.
no sound.
No sound, Rob.
0 sound. Oh, and we lost. Cool. He's gone.
Oh, it's Wi-Fi. All right.
Okay.
Do you want me to pull one up?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me find one. Let me find one from Ayula because...
Am I back?
You're back. Oh, good.
Hey, there we go. So, sorry, folks. Apparently that was really quiet. Shall I play it again with the better sound?
I mean, I could hear it.
No, it's okay. We got to move on.
Okay.
The important part is that Natasha calls her season 2 thing the sale.
She
It was the
This is
sale.
true. All right.
Okay,
we
that's
doing
the
Pocket Rocket?
wrong link for this one. Darn it. Yeah, you find the Pocket Rocket. I got to replace a link in there.
Okay.
Natasha like disappears into Melindhra.
She does.
I'd never seen her interview like even like Peaky Blinders or anything. I'd never seen her like real persona, her real self on any video or anything until those videos, and she completely disappears. Which is interesting because it seems like so many of the other cast were picked because they kind of embody the characters that they're playing.
I feel like she gets into it quite a bit.
Yeah. It was striking to me how different she is.
I mean, I have Marcus's answer about Isabella and that. If you just want that, is that when he says it? It's in the Dragon Mount.
In Dragon Mount?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking for a different one that I really would like you to play. But you play that one, yes.
Well, we'll play this one from Dragon Mount. So I'll pop that on screen. It is max volume this time, folks, so you should hear it nice and clearly. Yeah, this is Kathy from Dragon Mount interviewing Marcus and Donal.
Donal's just looking at me.
Divisive character in the books, especially for her treatment of Perrin at times. How have you found that to play out on screen?
It's been amazing, man. I knew everyone was kind of like anticipating fighting. It was a character that even as a parent, I was kind of, so excited to meet. I felt like he'd met all these characters along his journey, and I felt like they'd all kind of given him something to reflect about himself, whether it be, the Tuathan or Elias or the Shrinarans or Avienda, but it kind of felt like there was someone who was, you know, almost gonna sort of slap him into shape a little bit and tell him what's right. And Isabella is incredible, which I think is really tricky to do at this stage. Yeah, I heard, you know, some people have thoughts about Fail, and she was like, oh, they might not like me, all this kind of stuff, but she's incredible. She makes her so strong and so fierce, but so affable at the same time. And I think people are going to be really, really excited about that. There's, you know, this kind of big gentle giant and this little like pocket rocket kind of energy that kind of works when we're doing chemistry tests for that character. She just kind of came in and everyone was just like, yeah, this kind of just like works. And yeah, she's amazing. And I think all those kind of moments from the books and the little kind of thing she has with the beard, I don't know, there's so much there that is so sweet.
TV. You know, one of the characters I see.
And the other books that hopefully all the book fans relate to.
I love that.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket.
I also want to point out something that I think slips by under the radar because of the pocket rocket phrase. Marcus talks about how they were doing, but there was chemistry reads, and Isabella came in. And I know that Bane and Shead, that was a question that she put to the innkeeper to ask Rafe, like were there chemistry reads for between Marcus and potential fails. And obviously that basically confirms it, but like he mentions about the beard, so she plays with his beard as well. Yeah, like these things slip through, I think, because everyone's like, pocket rocket, excuse me, you know.
I noticed a few things like that in the small subsection of the interviews I watched, that there were just, I mean, people bleeped out a bunch of stuff, but then there was stuff that just like slipped in and you're like, people don't know that yet. You know, it's really interesting. But I mean, I guess I'm curious, like, who is gonna watch all of these interviews?
I think Light-Minded Fool admitted that he's watched almost all of them. This was just yesterday on Dusty Wheels.
Really?
Oh, right.
Wow.
Light-Minded Fool confirmed.
But I meant besides people in the fandom, right?
Oh,
like,
right.
You know, like, are people just like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I love them though. They're great.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty cool. Let me see what else we got. There's so many things.
So I'm sorry, like the one link I really wanted to play is not the right link. So I don't know what happened there. That's what I was looking for. Sorry about that extra noise. There was an interview with Ayula and Kira that is so amazing, but I'll just tell you about it.
Okay.
Okay. So she mentions, Ayula is asked about, it was a really good question. I think it's Black Film Movie and TV and I just went there and I cannot find it anymore. So I don't know if it got taken down or what, but Black Film Movie and TV is the content creator. And he asked them, so Ayula, what, you know, why aren't you together with the other two is what he says, meaning Bane and Shead. And it's a really good question. Like there's a lot of people who ask questions that are pretty generic, right? And that I thought was a great question. And he asked her that and she said, she's like, well, and her first question was like, well, they're bonded. Meaning they're never going to leave each other. And if we have to split up, I'm not going to split them up, basically was her, I think, intention. Yeah. So I'm really excited to hopefully hear that they at least verbalize like why they're always together and what that relationship is and that they're first sisters and this is how this goes. And anyway, that was her answer.
Right? Because I don't think Ayula is a book reader. Her family's book readers, right?
Yeah, her sister's she's
not a book reader. So I would think that any context like that she would get would be from the action of doing the show.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So anyway, that just made me very excited. So I'm sorry that link is gone now.
That's cool.
Okay.
But anyway, it was
very cool.
Such a cute interview.
I will say there is a fun moment between Bane and Shead in episode 1 that just made me laugh out loud.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like a big exposition thing. It's just it's a single moment between the two of them and someone else is in the space, and it it was just so brilliant. It was a perfect moment. I look forward to people seeing that.
It's awesome.
Again, I'm making sure not to spoil things, but it was great. I do have Akira and Iola interview where I think the descriptor in this is Iola mentions Rand and her conflict and hinting at other things. This is a clip that you wanted, wasn't it? Oh no, that was another one, but this one was also put in from the upcoming. So let me share this and we'll have a listen. So this is about 2 minutes in. So
3 is feel completed and epic and great, and where we pick up in season 3 is in a space where she's kind of conflicted, and the internal struggle around what that means with it being Rand and who he is and how she feels about him, making her and forcing her to kind of rethink a lot about what she expected from this person who's supposedly meant to save her people. And along with that, then has to bring him back the Aiel Waste and into her life and into her culture. So a lot of season 3 is that journey back and what that means for her and what it means to accept someone who doesn't necessarily have what she thinks it takes to do the job. And along with that comes a lot of internal struggle and a lot of learning and a lot of frustration and a lot of growth that will unfold. It's very important for audiences who haven't watched the previous season, season 1 and 2, before starting season 3 to go back and watch it. I would say it is definitely immersive and all-encompassing world, and I think you'll be confused if you don't start at the beginning.
Rewatch, people.
Rewatch.
I should watch Wheel of Time because I think it's a really wonderful story, and I think there is so much to be found within these characters. And I think what's so special the show is that there are so many different characters, and I think you're going to find someone within that you connect to. And starting this show from season 1 might seem like a huge task, but I think it will be incredibly rewarding. And to watch the show grow, the characters grow, watch the journeys that they go on. They're really exciting. It's action-packed. You're not going to be disappointed. But you should start from the start because, you won't know what's going on. And there's a lot to understand, but it's easier than you think.
Nice. I love how Kira goes from like this pristine girl in all white in some of these interviews, and she's like in black leather jacket and jeans. And
did you see what she wore to the screening? She wore like
the like
a chainmail dress,
almost chainmail. Yes, I did.
Love it. That was
Let me see
amazing.
if there's a photo of that somewhere, because that was.
You know what I want is a
very
photo of
cool
Kevin
dress.
seeing that. For the
Kevin.
That's the photo I want.
That's a good point. Kevin should really see that.
No, Kevin saw it.
I'm sure Kevin has.
Do you want to play sort of the bad news that you found in? And we'll end with some good news because this is kind of bad news.
This is something I've kind of been. I don't know where I found this. I stumbled across this somewhere. How far into this do I need to go to? I forget.
120.
About 120 in. Okay. So go to about 120.
So we've all been discussing this, and we've all held out hope. So let's just let them watch.
We'll just let you watch, and then we'll talk about it.
And then it's really moving forward cleanly.
Now, is there a scene from the 3rd or 4th Wheel of Time book that you loved on the page, but just couldn't get to work on screen or didn't think it would work for whatever reason?
I mean, there's so many we don't have. I need like a 30-minute interview to go through all of them. But I think, one of the characters that I really loved reading the books was a character named Gaul, who we're not getting to meet yet, at least in the show. And I loved him and his kind of relationship with Perrin, but because of the way we're telling the story and the fact that Perrin's core relationship in season 3 really needs to be with Fail, because this is when we're meeting her, that character's been kind of folded down into and combined with 2 other characters named Bane and Chiad. And so he's one that I really miss in season 3.
Now he did say just season 3, but I hate to hold out.
Haven't seen yet.
Yeah, haven't seen yet on screen, and like so there is potential for Gould to come in later.
Yeah.
But the storyline from him that's relevant for season 3 story has been given to Bane and Chiad instead. So
I guess I feel like if you don't have that meet Perrin, like the meet cute, then they battle together and they got each other backs, which happens in the 2 rivers and things that I don't know.
I think there's other times it can happen.
I mean, they could bring him in anytime if they
this is true.
Right? And there's other times that they can insta bond. I think the Malden storyline might be a great time for Perrin to have.
I mean,
somebody to have his back unconditionally, right?
Maybe season 4 when they come back and they fight they chase Couladin, and then they have a Kyrian battle or wherever they're going to have that battle. Maybe that's when we meet Gaul. He's from another clan, and we meet him then, and then they become best friends. And then Matt meets Talmanis, and they become best friends. We need
love
the
the
best
besties.
friends.
I love the
We need
besties.
the best friends. It needs to happen. That's what keeps them going. Like the entire, through the darkness. Like we need that.
Yeah, you got Juan and Liana. You got Matt and Talmanis. You got Perrin and Gaul.
It's
you
true.
need them.
So no
Brigitta and Elaine. You need all of the best. You
We
need the
need
best.
Brigitta. We need her.
So poll in chat, folks. Will Gaul appear in later seasons? Yes, or we stab, or hashtag Gaulgate, because it just
Those
wasn't
are
there.
both right answers.
I
So,
mean, yeah. You
I
did
do
say
want
yet.
to-
I'm gonna hold on to the yet. I'm holding on.
Yeah,
to it.
I'm holding on to the air. I do want to share a fun moment from the screening that when I was looking for Kira's outfit, I stumbled back across and I was like, oh, I should have mentioned this. So people floating around pre the episode showing and that one of those people was Mira Xiao, the actress who plays Baron. Nimkins, who'd come down from Scotland, actually wore her Team Varen shirt and saw Mira and is absolutely loves Mira as just an actress in general. She's done an amazing amount in the UK TV and film industry. She's epic, a wonderful actress, and obviously she loves Varen as well. So it's like a perfect casting for her. And she's like, hey, can I get a photo? And Mira's just like, oh my God, I love your shirt, all that sort of stuff. And she got this photo here. Like, how freaking awesome is this photo, man? It's so
That's
good.
amazing.
Cute.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
did want to hear from her what the story was. Like, did she talk about the shirt with her? Like, how did that, or did she just go up to her and be like, I love you, let me take a picture?
Oh my gosh. I just realized what was on the eye.
It's
it's a teapot.
Yeah, it's a teapot. Yeah,
love it.
It's a very clever shirt. So, I just wanted to share that while we were going around
It's
looking
so
at things.
cute. Nimkins.
Love you, Nimkins.
When I woke up on Saturday, she was your interview. That's where I started your stream, is watching her.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
It was a great way to wake up.
That is a great way to wake up.
Start taping with everyone.
Have I accidentally closed the Google Doc?
I don't know.
That's frustrating if I've done that. Nope, it's just a different page. That's fine. Okay, right. What else we got?
Can we talk about my fears?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Here's, bring it to me.
The clip I clipped.
Oh yes, yes. The clip you clips.
The very last one.
Yep. Do you know how far in I need to go?
I clipped it.
Oh,
so
you clipped it. Right. Yes.
So it's 60 seconds of. Yeah.
All right.
Did you not watch it when I sent it earlier?
No, I was waiting for you to explain your things.
This is pre this. Rafe starts talking about the Aiel and introducing a new culture to the show, and how they did that and why they think that's important. That's where it is.
All right.
On the show, because we have some Aiel characters who are also not in the waste. That like every time you see an Aiel character, you feel like you understand what their system of honor is in the world and what they believe in, and just trying to be repetitive and consistent with it so that the audience starts to think, oh, I know what an Aiel would do or not do in this situation. And if we can get that across, and I think we do through the season, that you start to understand the Aiel, and then as you're kind of seeing them through Rand's eyes and Egwene's eyes, then you start to also feel like you know what it means to be Aiel. And so we've worked really hard on doing that throughout the season. We have a couple tricks up our sleeves at certain points of how we do it, but I think that's the ideal version of it, is that the audience feels what the Aiel believe instead of just hearing what the Aiel believe. I put her on the show because.
Okay, tell us your fears.
So there was a concern about the interviewer was asking, like, how do you introduce this culture without exposition dump? And then Rafe goes on this conversation talking about how the audience feels like they're going to understand the Aiel and start to think that they know what it means to be Aiel. So I think what Rafe, in his very earnest explanation for how they're trying to, thankfully, I mean, I love that he said this, and I love that they put this in the show, because, like, you know, there could be fears that could be skirted, and Rand's journey kind of take precedence, and understanding Aiel culture might not be a focal point. But the way that Rafe said it, to me, just felt very much like, here, everyone who is a fan of the show gets to become Chaff Aiel. All of you will suddenly start being role-playing Aiel. Like, you can just do that. Like, you can just pick up Aiel and, like, be Aiel. Like, you can't just do that after watching, like, what? Like, 4 episodes of The Wheel of Time. You have to have studied Ito for at least since, you know, the 1980s. You can't just become an Aiel. But the way that he said it was very much like, I think the audience is really going to want to become Aiel. So.
Maybe the new merch will be like all about Chaff Aiel. Like, all the merch will be like, do you want to be an Aiel? You can be a Chaff Aiel.
Right. I ended the previous poll. 66% of you says yes, we're going to get Gaul in a later season. New poll. Are we getting Chaff Aiel in season 3?
Meg is calling me out.
Mel Cloak. Amazing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The idea that more people will learn to love the Aiel because of this specific season of The Wheel of Time. Even people who previously did not give 2 fucks. I could say fucks now. We're 2 hours.
Yes.
2 fucks about the Aiel, and there was not a storyline they cared about at all. Now they will get it. Now they will learn it. And now they will understand.
Wow. I feel like she's gonna, if there is gonna be Chaff Aiel, we saw in the trailer the Tuvers women, which we talked about, holding like their doors with the spears. Like,
yeah,
I feel like there's gonna be a training moment for these women from Bane and Shead, and maybe, you know, Aiel will be like, "Hey, you fight pretty well. Do you want to stay here in the Two Rivers or come with me?" You know, like that might be starting. I don't know if we'll actually get it in this season, but.
Yeah. My guess is they're not moving on from the Two Rivers in this season. But yeah, I love that it seems like they might be planting those seeds regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree the seeds could be there. I want to be a little selfish a moment and play a land clip.
Okay.
What?
Do you want to? Are you gonna play the one I pinned or a different one?
Is he talking about Melindhra?
No, he is not talking about Melindhra.
No.
There was one where he alluded to some other relationships that, questioned.
That was in was that in the Talk Around Huds?
I think that was in Talkies, yeah.
Yeah, in the Talk one. But this is him talking about he never thought he would become king.
Yeah, I love this one.
Yeah. I haven't actually watched this one yet because I was like, no, I'm going to play this one during the show so I can watch it live and see what it is. So make sure, the volume's up.
I loved it as well for that specific reason. I know, Daniel, that you've also previously spoken about how you kind of dreamt about being the guy getting to save the princess, like going into acting and realizing that wasn't going to be easy to find those roles. Yeah. And then this season came along. This show came along. So how much does this mean for you and maybe other actors in like you to have this representation on the show?
Yeah, I've spoke about it quite a bit, but and Sophie has spoke about it too. I mean, 15, 20 years ago when I was getting started, the door was just a little bit open. And I feel like it's wide open now with representation has increased a great deal. And it makes me very proud. The idea of playing a king in a fantasy series just felt unattainable to me as a younger actor. I was relegated to a lot of smaller sidekick roles, martial arts roles and things. And I'm proud of the choices that I made. And I'm proud that I was available for Wheel of Time. And I want this thing to keep going as long as possible because I know where land goes. Down the road, and I want to get there very badly. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. Right. Thanks, folks.
I love that.
Me too.
Yeah, what a thing to when you're a young actor to be like, yeah, I'm getting parts, but they're they're not always the greatest, and I'm definitely not going to be like a king or something. And now he is playing that part. And he knows where land goes down the line. I love that.
Yeah.
Clearly means, he's done some reading.
I love that. Me too. Me too. Can we play just one more? Just one more.
One more.
We haven't played any of the Ruidian ones, and there's just some really good ones.
This is true. Before we do that, I will wrap up the poll. The poll says 71% we are not getting Chafael in season 3.
So either the Mary Sue one or, which I kind of like, the Mary Sue, Yosha, and Rosamund one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
And 350. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's again late. All right, here we go.
Season, and you see different people going off on side quests. But for you guys as actors, how is it when you get that script and you see, okay, well, this season I'm working with this person the most, and I'm working with this person the most?
This season I was really eager because I think Morine is one of the most important characters in people in Rad's life, and for me it was really exciting this season because the dynamics changes. Like I've said before, Rand was following quite a lot and would ask questions, but now this season he's asking the questions and he's actively looking for the answers, and it's way more active, confident. It's more demanding, and to do that with you was just, this season was absolutely amazing. There was this one moment. It was at the end of shooting in South Africa where we shot for 3 months, and it was a really difficult scene that we had. It was a real challenge because it was a really important scene. It felt like they were saying goodbye to each other, and you could feel after all the struggle that they had that they actually did really trust each other, and not only that, they really care about each other. It's not only the the job, let's say. And I did all my takes and it was so hot as well. Like a couple of days before, we had to stop shooting because it was 45 degrees Celsius. That was the first day we came on set, and I was struggling myself because it was so hot. And at the same time, we had this very important scene to shoot, and I did all my takes, and there was one. You only need one, and I thought I never walk away from set and I go like, wow, I did an amazing job. I got that in the pocket. But this time I thought it was good. I'm happy. This is it. And it was also because of what you gave back to me. But then we went around and we shot in Rosamond, and that was like one of the best acting I've seen in my life, you know. And that to play those kind of rallies is just what you do it for.
Oh, you've never told me that.
That's it right there. Isn't that the sweetest?
No, they're lovely. The growth between, it's complex, Rand and Morine, and there's something happens in season 4. No, sorry, not season 4. In my dreams in season 4.
Yes.
Something happens in episode 4, which sort of affects their journey ongoing, and suddenly, you know, there's this moment where Egwene and Lan meet them after this trial they've both encountered, and neither Lan can get through to Morine nor Egwene get through to Rand because what's happened between Morine and Rand and what they've each experienced individually is so profound that they're sort of forever changed and also forever connected in a new way. There, you're getting all the profundity from us.
All of it.
Wow. So amazing.
That's incredible.
She says, "Oh, I didn't know you felt that way. It was just so sweet."
Yeah, people are crying in chat. By the way, if you want to know apparently what 45 Celsius in freedom units is, it's approximately 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty toasty from what I'm told.
It's really hot.
I've done Mars.
Well, you know, you are our eel, so even if you are from Malkier. All right, folks, there are a huge amount of interviews out there. Shout out once again to Rapunzel. She has been creating a list. It is posted in the Discord server. If you're not a member of the Discord server, please hop over to the description. Click on that link, join the Discord server, go to the rules and roles, read the rules, obviously, so you know what I'm asking you to do and behave like in the server, and then pick that 40 role so you get the notifications. And it'll be there. And while you're there, you can grab the other roles as well and you get all the notifications because it's all fun. But yeah, thank you for everyone who joins us every week. Thank you for everyone who has joined us fresh because of season 3 and all the excitement. I cannot wait. Literally, in less than 2 weeks, ladies, we will be sitting here talking about the first 3 episodes of season 3.
And can I ask, Rob, just to clarify for our foldies, next week, some people may have not seen the episode on March 8th. So can we say we're probably not going to talk about that episode?
We cannot talk about episode next week because next week will be March 6th.
Oh, right. Wait, what? Oh, right. It's March 8th and then the 3rd. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so we won't. So
math is super hard.
Our show after March 8th will be
it was this weekend
on release day. Yeah.
Yes.
And as a reminder, we're keeping our time. 3 Full Talk will be here on Thursday nights to talk to you about the Wheel of Time as
expect a decent long show the first night, I would assume.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a day. The Innkeeper and I are liaising about our 24-hour kickoff thing that happens. So I will be helping him with part of that. And then Threefold Talk will also be doing our own breakdown. There's going to be some stuff. There's already stuff.
Yeah, I heard Innkeeper say that. And I was very curious how you were going to both take over from the Innkeeper when Threefold Talk starts and do Threefold Talk.
Well, which
is fine if that's what we're doing.
No. So I'll talk about it afterwards. But because of when it drops, my segment of the live, assuming the Innkeeper will go live when it drops, will be prior to our Threefold Talk slot.
Right, because it'll be like 1 in the morning.
Yes. I'll explain to you afterwards. But yes, we will be live for every episode drop as it happens. Well, not as it happens, folks. We'll go live after the episode drops. Obviously. We'll do our regular time slot, which will be 9 p.m. Eastern on the Thursday. Each Thursday, that's when we are here. So it will drop Thursday morning for you in America, very early, midnight Pacific, or 3 a.m. Eastern. For me, it's going to drop at 7 or 8 a.m., depending on which episode it is, because our clocks change midway through the season. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yeah, good fun. So that'll happen. But yeah, you can join us 9 p.m. Eastern every Thursday, where we will talk about all the episodes and just have fun. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already there, if you joined us randomly, join the Discord server, follow us on BlueSky, all those good things. And we will see you next week for a general just excitement and hype and hopes and dreams discussion, plus whatever gets dropped between now and next week's episode of Threefold Talk. Where hopefully Leigh-A is able to join us again, and all four of us are here.
She better.
Party. I mean, she better be here in 2 weeks, because it's going to be a little difficult, you know, like she's going to miss out on some good chat. So, but yeah, 2 weeks to go, people. Just, I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
I'm slightly jelly of all you Londoners, but I love you anyway.
Oh, there's some good shit in that first episode, people. I'm telling you that right now. I laughed, I cried, I cheered, I got a little toasty. Like, yeah.
Wow.
But we'll see you next week, people. So until then, please go out and find yourself a whole plethora of love, water, and shade. Bye.
Bye.